Hello, all you Bladers. Today we're talking about the end of Beyblade Burst and how it might affect us as Beybladers in the future. So before Beyblade Burst happened, it was Beyblade Burst Metal Fight. That was the original series. I don't really know what happened, so I'm not gonna explain what happened throughout the season, but Beyblade Burst Metal Fight happened before Burst, and it ended on December 23rd, 2012. Don't quote me on that, I did look it up, so the date might have been changed, but I assume it's close to December 23rd, 2012. So the whole gimmick with Metal Fight is that the bays didn't actually come apart like they did in Burst. They were basically, I don't know much about this, but I assume they were basically just spinning tops, but different versions. Like maybe there's a spinning top shaped like fire, but you can't take it apart. And then there's another spinning top shaped like a cheetah or something, and you can't take it apart. I don't know much about Metal Fight. In my own personal opinion, I've seen the bays, and I think they're lame. You Bladers who have been in Metal Fight out there before Burst, don't let me offend you. I'm not trying to. I'm just stating my own personal opinion. It's fine if you have your own opinion, but anyway, after it ended on December 23rd, 2012, we entered a stage that is called Hiatus. I didn't realize this. I didn't know what Hiatus was until I saw this thread on the WBO, and then one of the people on that thread, I believe his name was Eclipse Force, said that we would be entering Hiatus after Beyblade Burst Sparking is ending. So Hiatus is basically a period where everything is dead, everything stops moving for about a couple years, maybe 2 to 3, maybe even 2 to 4 or 5. And that is exactly what happened between December 23rd, 2012, all the way up to the arrival of Beyblade Burst and the awesome protagonist, Volt Aoi, on, I think it was somewhere in July in 2016. So we waited a good 3.5 years to get from Metal Fight to Burst. I didn't experience this, but now that I know it's coming, now that I know that Hiatus is going to eventually happen, I'm actually fine with this. Obviously it's sad that we won't get to see the characters, and also since there's not going to be any new bays coming, Beyblade tournaments are gonna maybe it's not completely for sure, but I think that Beyblade Burst tournaments might stop having so many people, so that's kind of sad. If you have siblings at home or your parents like to do Beyblade with you, that's cool. And then so for me, I'm actually fine with this. It's sad that we don't get to see the characters, and that really is sad for me. I'm not faking the sadness or anything, but it's also kind of good because I started Beyblading near the beginning of Beyblade Burst Evolution. So basically where Beyblade Burst began to sprout, that was the second movie or the second season of something always gives the perspective to the fans that it's gonna keep on going, Kung Fu Panda 2, How to Train Your Dragon 2, I don't know, stuff like that. There are some stuff Pocahontas 2 that that was the end, but they sort of ended off where Volt was whoever is coming at me and Valtryek are ready for you. So that makes, that kind of gave them the perspective that they were going to have a new season. So now with Beyblade Burst Sparking, Again, it's not completely confirmed that Beyblade Burst Sparking is the end, but if it is, I assume, based on the Eclipse Force guy in the thread, I assume that we're going to be going into hiatus these next few years. And again, it's sad that we don't get to see the characters, but I'm also happy about this because since I started blading in the beginning of Beyblade Burst Evolution, I only had 8 bays for about 3 years. And then on my birthday, I got like 20. And then now I have a YouTube channel, which is fun, since I get to share my blading, like Beyblading videos with other people, get to see their opinion on it too. So then now during hiatus, I can get a lot more bays than I have now, and then I could do more unboxings during hiatus. So during hiatus, it's gonna actually be fun for me, seeing as I get to get a lot more bays. It is sad that we don't get to see the characters, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So in summary, Beyblade Burst Metal Fight ended at the end of 2012, and Beyblade Burst started in the middle of 2016. In between this, it was a period called hiatus where they were thinking, Karatomi was thinking of a new generation. But don't be too sad near the end of 2020, because remember, Hasbro is still doing Beyblade Burst Surge, which I assume that will go on for at least maybe 6 months, so that's something to look forward to. But yeah, we're going to be entering hiatus for these next few years. It's not confirmed. It's actually not even confirmed that there is going to be a new series. If there's not, I'll definitely still continue to blade. Even after I have all the bays, I'll still continue to blade, because it's not all about just getting the new bays, right? It's about just enjoying blading. And it's also pretty safe to assume that since they're they're making another series, they might do the same thing as they did with Single Layers. Which is, they might make the actual bays, introduce the characters before they make the actual TV show. And then, what I'm hoping for is that, well, first, I'm happy that there is no dash drivers now. There might not be. I mean, since it's single layers, there probably won't be. Assuming that they do single layers. Because with all these new GT bays and dash drivers, double chassis, locking mechanism chips, metal chips, it's easy to miss the original gimmick of Beyblade, which was bursting, and it still is. It's just not a lot of bays burst nowadays because of the double chassis and dash drivers and all that. And then also, if they make a single layer series, I am definitely wishing that they keep the characters like they didn't do that with Burst, but I'm hoping that they keep the characters, keep the bays. Like, in Burst, Ken was a pretty cool character, but he's gone. And then in Beyblade Burst Evolution, Xander was very cool of a character, so was Kuza, Regulus, Renwu, Kurtz. All those characters are definitely pretty cool, but we didn't get to see them in the next series. So, I mean, it might have something to do with it being another protagonist, but even with 2 seasons of it being Vault, they didn't show the same characters in each series. Like, even the original Supreme 4 in Beyblade Burst God, they just took one out. So, I'm hoping that they keep the characters and don't add, like, a bunch of new ones. Like, I'm fine with new characters. Obviously, it's gonna be a new series. Just keep the old ones, please. Please, Takara Tomy. Please, Hasbro. Or whoever makes the TV show. I'm not sure who makes the TV show. So, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, and peace out.